Seeing now all this stuff, this is how I end up arranging it in here. You arrange all this stuff. It's good, hard, crystallized stuff. Put it right in. And of course, once the heat hits it, it melts and it goes right through the strainer into the bowl. So you know when it gets nice and brittle, that's when you have a really good quality resin as opposed to sap. Okay, so here pine sap is starting to melt. It's actually getting a little hot, but see, it's starting to liquefy. And that's all. It's got a little while left to go, but that'll eventually all start dripping. I'm sure some of it already has started to drip through. And for my little trough, I make up a couple of troughs. Usually for one batch the size I did, I probably would need about 3 of these. And make it something like this. Fold it over twice, just so the stuff doesn't seep out. The other one over here, like this. Like that, and like that. And then I can pour the hot sap, hot gum really, into this trough. And that's that. I just make up a few of those. Alright, let's see how we're doing now. Oh yeah. That looks pretty good. See these? Alright, there you go. Now see, just about all of this now has liquefied and dripped through. There's just a little bit left. And you can't get absolutely all of it, so that's just the way it goes. Now everything that else is left here is just pieces of bark and some dirt and pine needles and all that. That's pretty good. I stir it around a little bit too, and I sometimes push on some of these pieces to get some of those last drips to go through. And you work hard gathering this stuff off the trees, so you don't want to waste too much of it. And there is our gum down underneath. See it in there? And some still dripping. So that's it. We're going to bring it inside and pour it into the troughs. And move the camera back inside and we'll see you there. Okay, well, there's the stuff. I mix it so it's as together and homogeneous as I can get it. Give it a nice mix. Okay, and then I just pour it into these troughs that you saw me make. Well, you saw me make one of them just a little bit ago. And then, you know, these troughs are a nice shape. Okay, you just got to be careful. There's one. I might not end up making all 3 troughs, maybe just 2. We'll see. And you know, any of this that you spill is easy to clean up with alcohol. It's a great solvent for this stuff. There we go, and it's hot. You don't want to get this stuff on your fingers. It'll stick like the dickens and burn you crazy. Okay. There you go. Alright, and after they cool, I'll show you how we roll them out. Well, they've cooled a little bit, and now I have to push these in just a little to get it, get the shape a little bit more round. Maybe you can't quite see what I'm doing, but push these corners in so that I don't have to contend with a nasty corner a little later when I'm trying to roll it out and get it round. Now I'm going to chill them just a little bit in the fridge, just to get the outside edge of the outside portion of the gum a little bit more brittle, so that it won't stick to the tin foil when I take it off. When you try to take this off, it'll just stick like glue to the tin foil. Okay, well, here's how it goes. Unwrap these guys. They've just chilled for just a couple of minutes. Not a long time. They don't need to be cold. In fact, you want them to still just be a touch warm, so that you can still flex the little cornstarch. That keeps it from sticking. And believe me, it is sticky. The Native Americans used to use it as glue. Now I can hold this in my hand just a little bit and warm it up. You can watch it, it'll flex like this. Can you see that? Alright. So it bends kind of like clay, but at the same time it'll snap, like break, kind of like brittle, very, very brittle, like glass. Alright. Now we'll come back and pick this up when I've got it rolled out. Alright, well, I've got it rolled out now. Remember, we started with something this size. I broke it in half. The other half of it, the other half of this, I've rolled out to be longer than the original. Nice and thin, kind of like a Tootsie Roll, sort of. It might be 3/8 of an inch in diameter. And then I'm going to cut. And each time you cut it, you just take the size you want, push the knife in a little ways, and give the knife a little twist, and it will break off. So you take advantage of the brittle properties that the sap has. Now this is just straight up sap. You don't need to add any beeswax or honey or anything like that. It's good just the way it is. In fact, you could chew it right off the tree if you wanted to. I prefer to have it a little bit more refined than that, but right off the tree it will have the bugs and pine needles and dirt, all kinds of stuff. And this way, when you offer it to your friends and it's wrapped in these pieces of wax paper, it looks a little bit more appealing. I'll wrap them up. Put it right in. Give it a little twist up like that. Pull this way. Pull this way. And that's that. Looks like something you might even buy at the store. And that's it. And that's how you make spruce gum. Just like they used to have it 100 years ago. I hope you enjoy it.